Hey, what's going on, guys? Khalyd Montanez here, back again today with another video. I have a super cool artist interview for us today, Sportvvs. You guys definitely want to tap in with this artist. He's definitely going up. He's got an EP dropping on the 9th of this month called Still the Same. You guys are definitely going to want to go check it out. Let's get into this interview. Still the Same EP, 6/9/21, coming out. Is good. It's going to be hard. How many tracks are we getting again?
Six.
Six of them. And producers, you got your close friends on those?
Yeah, my boys from Web, you know what I'm saying? My boy Easy on there, of course, Y2, Bryce. Those are some guarantees. My boy Base One. So it's gonna be definitely familiar heads, people used to seeing me with.
And then we got music videos. Are you gonna wait to see like what songs people are rocking with first and then release the music videos?
Yeah, literally. I want to see what people fuck with the most and what songs people really, because I obviously want to capitalize on the biggest situation. So whatever song I feel like from the project everybody likes the most, I go, okay. And I do it, you know what I'm saying? So right now I'm really just looking at who I want to shoot. And then once the project comes out, I can just lock in like, all right, we're shooting this, you know what I mean? Boom, boom.
Of course. And is it just a Sportvvs pushing it? You got like, like his internet money helping you out at all with that? Like,
no, it's me. It's me. Not just me and my team. Obviously I got a couple people that's gonna help me like see certain people who I've got to see and get certain things to certain places type shit. My boy Lamar type shit, you know.
You get those reposts, like you're good friends with Ty Fontaine, Sofago, like get those reposts in.
Yep. Just hit them up, you know what I'm saying? Let them hear it. I mean, they've already heard the project, but yeah, for sure, you know, that's gang. So they're gonna always help get shit where it's supposed to go.
And then after the EP, you're just dropping singles, right? Rest of the year?
Yeah, I'm gonna be dropping singles until probably like fall-ish, and then I'm gonna drop another EP. Like I'm probably gonna drop another project, like a little project. But it may be longer than this one. It may be like 8 songs.
That's right. So as an artist, like you released a bunch of singles. What kind of made this EP, like what made it time for you to go ahead and release this EP? Like what clicked? What did you see? Was this always in the works? You're just like, yep, it's EP time?
I just woke up one day like, yo, it's EP time. Like I feel like I don't drop enough because I started to realize I wasn't dropping enough music like how I should. So I was just like, I want this to be a whole turning point. Like I want to put this project together. I want to put a project together, turn up for the summer. Originally, it was going to be like more of an emotional type of project, but I was like, you know what? It's summer. Things are opening back up. I feel like people want to hear more uplifting, kind of like just going crazy type shit. You know what I'm saying? No real emotional shit right now. So
from the snippet I heard, bro, like you hit it right on the nail. If you're saying like all the songs are going to be like that, you hit it right. You hit the nail right on the head with that one. It's crazy.
They all going to hit. Like they all going to be songs that when you play in the car, it's going to be like, damn, like the ride with the top down looking crazy, bro. Like it's just really fun. It's just vibe. You know what I'm saying? So it's really just going to be a whole bunch of vibes and shit like that. So you can just vibe and just have fun, bro. Just dance, shit like that. Go crazy.
It's gonna go crazy. If you didn't listen to Still the Same, you didn't have a good song.
I don't know what happened, bro. Like, I don't know, bro. Because bro, I don't know where you was at if you don't listen to Still the Same, bro. I don't know what's going on.
It's crazy. You grew up in the DMV area. Do you have DMV influences at all? Like Shabazz, Wale, do any of them influence your music to this day at all?
Not really, just because, like, of course, I fuck with their music, you know what I'm saying? Because I'm from here, and like I always like that's music that everybody, you know what I'm saying, to this day be playing, and I fuck with it because I fuck with the DMV scene heavy. Like it's a lot of talented artists here, but I really didn't like those were never really songs or like artists that I would listen to on my own. It just kind of was like when my friends would play it, I just fucked with it. So I just listened to it around them, you know what I'm saying? But really on my own time, I really wasn't never really listening to that to the DMV scene like that. You know what I mean? Like when I was just by myself, I was always listening to shit other places type shit.
Who is so growing up in high school and then now, like who are your like top 3 artists that you still listen to?
Juice WRLD, Uzi. My third spot, it'd be rotating. That third spot always rotate. It's Juice WRLD and Uzi top 2 for like the 2 that I listen to the most for sure.
Of course.
But the third spot, it rotate. Like it could be fucking Thug 1 second. It could be fucking who else? Roddy. It could be Post Malone. Post Malone usually is like my official third, but it just rotates around. You know what I'm saying? But Post Malone be in there too for sure.
Right. So when you're making music, like you said, you recorded this last album EP at home. What DAW do you use then? do you produce your own? Like, are you producing a little bit? Like, do you got all your presets already ready to go? Like, what's a studio
What's
session
crazy
look like?
is I used to produce, like, before I was making music, I was making a lot of beats. That's how actually me, I don't know if you're familiar with a producer named Y2TMB.
Yeah, I follow him on Instagram.
That's how me and him first had our first conversation, was through me trying to get a beat collab with him. And it just happened to be later on, it came back around, and I came back and I was like, I want to do music seriously. And actually, you know what I'm saying? Like,
Right.
I want to take it serious. Like, and your beat's hard. And then that's how, but yeah, I was actually making beats first. That's crazy. But I use FL Studio though.
That's dope. I know a lot of people like use like Pro Tools, Logic, Ableton even. So FL is pretty popular.
I'll use Pro Tools if I'm in the studio though, because I really don't know how to use it. I want to learn it though.
That's dope. That's dope. So I know that internet money has flown you out. What was that experience like? Who reached out to you? How did that whole situation happen?
It was my boy Ty. My boy Ty, who was a part of Internet Money.
Ty Fontaine?
Yeah, Ty Fontaine. That's my brother. He actually wanted to like do some shit with me. Like, so he had brought me out New York. And actually, I went to New York. I drove with my uncle down to New York, but he flew me out to LA. Like, he brought me out to LA to get me around them. And you know what I'm saying? He was doing a lot of music video shit, and he brought me around there. And then I recorded some shit down there. And you know what I'm saying? It was cool. Like, they cool people, you know? They're real good at what they do.
Meeting really like Taz, Nick Mira, all that whole
hell yeah, they fire as hell.
How did you end up meeting Ty Fontaine? Because I know you're good friends with Sofago as well. So how did you end up with the friendship with the two of them?
Ty was really through some, like, basically some Instagram shit. Like, I guess, you know what I'm saying, somebody he was cool with. They found my music. I think this man's Brandon. He basically, I think he had found my music and he showed it to Ty. And Ty was like, damn, like, I guess he thought it was fire. And he seen that we was from the same place, and he just reached out like, yo, like, he DM'd me and was like, yo, like, you know what I'm saying? I fuck with your music. Like, you hard, bro. Like, come out to New York. Like, let's, you know what I'm saying? Let's do some shit. Like,
right. Is Maryland, you're from Maryland. Is Maryland, like, who is a big artist coming out from Maryland that everyone kind of knows?
Shy Glizzy, Wale, Q4, of course, Shabazz, like, Rico Nasty.
Okay, Rico's from there too. Would you in the future like be down to work with any of them just because they're from your hometown? Because I know, like,
of course,
that bond, right?
Yeah, of course. Like, I'm always trying to work with anybody that's from my, you know what I'm saying, from my area, because we all got the same hustle and we're all trying to come up and, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, why not? Like, I'm trying to get more exposure to where I'm from, because I feel like it's kind of slept on a little bit. You know what I mean? Like, it's a lot of different type of artists here. There's a lot of different talents, and there's just so much stuff here that I feel like I just want any type of way that I could give more spotlight and attention. I'm gonna do it. You feel me?
It is well deserved. You deserve all of it, of course. How'd you get a following then? You're from, how do you pronounce it? Marlboro, Maryland.
Upper Marlboro.
Yeah.
Upper Marlboro, Maryland.
How do you, coming from a smallish town, like, how do you create a following from there?
What's crazy is, it's like, I moved around here like my 11th grade year, but I was living in like a couple different parts of Maryland before. Mm-hmm. But like, really, it's social media, bro. Like, the internet. Like, the internet is everything nowadays. And I learned that shit really quickly. Like, you can obviously, in real life, presence is big because you want people around your city and want people to see your face and know you.
Right.
But it's a day and age where it's just like, bro, like, being real, it's people that's blowing up from their bedrooms.
It's crazy.
Like, it's people that's blowing up from their living room, from fucking that's blowing up from literally inside their house. Like, and it's saving you money, and it's saving you, you know what I'm saying, a lot of shit. Being able to just do everything you do. So really, it was just the internet, bro. Just reaching out to different people on the internet who was just doing their thing, you know what I'm saying? And just trying to networking. That's big.
What was your big internet breakthrough then?
My biggest internet breakthrough, like, as far as when I was trying to, like, at least get a tiny little bit of buzz,
like, or when you first put like your actual song out, like, kind of like, how did you, if you're saying that the internet is like everything, so like, what was your first big breakthrough? Like, did you get put on a channel? Like, what happened?
The first breakthrough, it was a guy, his name's Patrick CCTV.
Okay.
He actually put one of my songs in like an up and coming like artist, like, a little video he had.
Right.
And like, I seen when he did that, the fucking streams for the song just went up. Like, I just seen the streams was going up.
Did he just put you on there randomly? Like he found you and then like gave you that spot? Because I think he's got like 450,000 subscribers, I think.
Yeah, he just felt like, bro, at the time I probably had like fucking 500 followers, like 400 followers.
Has he reached, did you have a conversation with him? I know he's super big with underground.
Patrick CC, cool. He's cool. We talked a couple of times. I actually was going to be part of like a little project he had with a lot of artists that was like up and coming on it. But a lot of things was just going on. And I was a little busy, so I ended up not being able to be on it. But yeah, we talked a couple of times.
That's dope. You said you grew up, you grew when you were growing up, you moved around a little bit. What was it like growing up? Like, did you hobbies, high school? Did you play any sports?
Yeah, I actually played a lot of sports. Like I remember I started off like my first sport I was playing, obviously, I was playing basketball because of like my dad and them and my brothers played basketball. And what happened? Yeah, I was playing basketball. Then I got into like hockey. And then from hockey, I actually got introduced to lacrosse. I played a little bit of fucking, I played a little bit of football, but just for like fun with my friends and stuff like that.
Right.
I was playing a lot of sports. That was what I thought was going to be my life. I thought I was going to be into sports at first.
I don't think I've ever met an artist who said that they have played hockey and or lacrosse. That is crazy.
Yeah.
Were you good? Were you good at lacrosse? I heard through the grapevine that you like had someone that said, "Come play for our school" when you're playing lacrosse.
Yeah. I was a beast at lacrosse. Actually, that's the sport that I actually was gonna go to college for. But yeah, like literally, I played lacrosse. I played hockey before that for like 3-4 years. So like, I was good at hockey. I got good at hockey. I actually got introduced to lacrosse from somebody that was on my hockey team. You know what I mean?
That's dope. So did you end up not going? I'm assuming you graduated high school. Did you spend any time at college? Did you say fuck college? Like it's music or sports?
Yeah, I went to college for a year and a half, and I was about to be in my second semester of my second year and then transfer type shit. But that's when everything started happening. Like all the shit that I was envisioning with music started to happen. And I was like, bro, I don't want to miss out on some of these opportunities. Cause at the time school was in person.
Right.
You feel me? So I can't just get up and just go somewhere and just do my homework and shit online. Like I literally have to be in school. So right. I'm like, bro, I want to do music more than I want to fucking do all this other shit, bro. So I don't want to let these opportunities just fly. You feel me? I gotta go.
Right. When you're talking about these opportunities, what was it like being like, hey, like this is actually something that's going to work for me enough? Because I know some people struggle with like, hey, I've got this going on, but I'm in school right now. You know, so what made those opportunities so attractive to you to leave school and go do those?
I'm gonna be honest. Money was a part of it. And because I was in college, I was broke. Like I didn't have any money because I never worked a 9 to 5.
I'm a college student too, bro. I feel it.
So I didn't have no money. And I'm just like, you know what I'm saying? I don't got no money. I'm not on no fucking like, I'm in a community college at the time. I'm about to transfer to a university. So I'm paying all this money for school. You know what I'm saying? For all these classes and these books and all this shit. I don't have any money, bro. And mind you, like, do I really want to be in school? No.
Yep.
Am I smart as hell and I get good ass grades and people used to call me a nerd? Yes. You know what I'm saying? But it's one of them things, education is important, bro. So I was always super serious on it. So was my parents, you know what I'm saying? Like my mom and my stepfather. But like, bro, money was a big part of it. I cannot lie. Money was a big part, and just my heart. Like, you know what I'm saying? I love music and it's what I want to do for the rest of my life. So it's like, if I have opportunities that's there for that, why not get on it? You know what I mean?
Were your parents supportive of you leaving college? Like, how did that whole situation go down?
My mom is always a person who was big on like, how do I say it? Like my mom was big on, she got to see shit. Like she got to see it. She can't just hear you talking about it. Just, oh, I'm going to do this. Okay, cool. But like, she got to see that you're actually putting forth effort and that shit is actually turning out. You know what I'm saying? Like she needs to see some type of improvement to buy into whatever you're selling. You know what I'm saying? So I can't just keep telling her like, yeah, music. Like when she starts seeing money, that's when she's going to be like, okay, like, cause my mom wants me to be okay in life. You know what I'm saying? Like I can't be uneducated or finishing school and not having no money. Like that's a disaster.
Right. And I'm assuming you're doing well for yourself, like financially, like you're independent, 100% of your royalties go back to yourself. Like you at a spot, you in your life right now, like, are you good in a comfortable place? Like you can go do things that you want to do?
Oh yeah, for sure. Everything I do and everywhere I go right now is all for the strength of me. Like, you know what I'm saying? I'm not, you know what I'm saying? Ain't no labels. Like, of course, labels, I'm talking to labels and all that shit's going on, of course. But it's not really like a thing of like, oh yeah, only time I'm moving around is when they want to pay for something or something. Like, nah, you know what I'm saying? Everything that I'm doing, most places you see me, my team and my management is funding that.
If labels reaching out to you, I know that a lot of artists are realizing that staying independent is better for you. What do you feel on the label versus staying independent?
I can't really even say that. Like, I mean, this is the thing. Like, I tell a lot of people, like, bro, it's like music, like, this shit is really like a thing of like, bro. All right, let me see how I'm gonna say it. Cause I want to say it so that a lot of people can understand me. Like,
for those it's going out. Give it to the people because a lot of people need this information.
Like, basically, bro, this is just my opinion. Everybody's got their own opinions, and everybody's entitled to their own opinion. But for me, I just tell people, like, look, every person is different. Everybody's situation is different. No human being is exactly made the same. Don't got the same exact DNA. Like, everybody is a different person. So what may work for that person may not work for this person. What this person may need, that person may not need. So it's kind of just that situation really just, it goes from hand to hand. Like, it just depends on who, you know what I'm saying? Like, who the person is in their situation. One artist may have a lot of money already to do everything that he needs to do without a label's funding. You feel me? Like, he may have money already. He may already have generational wealth where he can literally do everything he has to do with the money that he has. You know what I'm saying? He don't need nobody else to get no percentage of it because he's doing everything himself. Right. That person may not need a label. You feel me? But one thing I will say though, even through that, having a person who literally like has money and can do everything themselves, I can't name you too many people that were super duper successful in music that eventually didn't have help along the way. Every empire needs, you know what I'm saying, infrastructure. Like, it needs a great, you know what I'm saying? It needs a great, I would say, how do I say it? Like, it needs good foundation. You know what I'm saying? It needs a strong, solid foundation. So eventually you got to make it stronger. You know what I'm saying? Like, so that it can endure anything. Like, every big team needs eventually to, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's just more of a thing of eventually you're going to need some type of help. Because no big people have ever done it just completely just, oh yeah, just by myself.
Of course.
Like, you've heard artists and people say it, but it's never just like, oh, every single thing they ever did in life, it was just me. No, you had help. You know what I mean?
Even with Russ, right? Like, I believe like he was independent for the longest time. He got a simple like distribution deal with Atlantic, I'm pretty sure, just for that one album. And that was like, and I'm sure he had help along the way, even getting to that point. And even Chance, everyone's like, oh, he's like one of the biggest independent artists. Like, he still works with labels for stuff all the time.
Of course, because you got to understand, bro, like, a lot of things that you see out here, like, bro, like with like radios and people getting played on the radio, all this stuff, bro, that shit's a lot of money.
It's a lot of money. A whole like I call it like a real estate agent for like radio. Like, you need someone to like represent you to even get to the radio channel.
Yeah, like, yeah, literally, crazy. Like, and you can, it is like, bro, you got to understand, bro, it's like music, like, it's just like any other hobby or any other thing that a person wants to do for the rest of their life, bro. You got to make money before you spend, like you got to spend money before you make it. You know what I'm saying? Like, you're going to be losing a lot of money. So it gets to a point where it's like, bro, nobody out here just walking around with that type of money to just be getting their music played on the radio, to do this, to do that, to just do this and get all of this shit going just by that person just being the one making all the phone calls, doing all that, bro. That will get so overwhelming. Like, it'll get so overwhelming, bro. Like, no, I don't even think no human should really endure that type of shit. Like, bro, it's too much.
And then like with the label issue, like that all costs money. And then I know artists, like, they're like, oh, like, why is so much money getting taken out of my, like, whatever, like, I haven't got paid yet. But it's like, dude, like this stuff costs like a lot of money in order to get out there. Because I know a lot of people like complain about their deals and whatnot.
Hell yeah, bro. That shit, like, bro, it's expensive, bro. Like, it's a lot of money being used and it's a lot of stuff going on. You know what I mean? So it's just like, you only one person, bro. You can only do but so much at one time. And then it's like, you don't want to be so overwhelmed that you start missing shit, or you can't, because, bro, the shit's a lot, bro. You need somebody who can help push the boat. You know what I'm saying? You need somebody who can help get what you already got going on, take it to the next level, bro. And just doing it by yourself and just with your little team can get you far. It can, and it can get you really big, but it's going to only get but so far before you need that extra push from somewhere. You know what I mean?
Of course. So your brand, Sportvvs, where does that name even come from?
Okay, so
it seems kind of obvious, but I just want to make sure.
Yeah, like, I played a lot of sports and I was in the Diamonds, you know what I'm saying? Like,
of course.
But it started off really because at first I went by a little sport when I was first like starting to do it. I went by a little sport, but then I was just like, damn, like, I want to change because I didn't want little before. And there's nothing wrong with little because little is hard. Like, but I just felt like I had sports. So I was just like, bro, I feel like I could put something else in there. And I started thinking about things that I really liked. And I was like, I like VVS Diamond. So I was just like, boom, let me just put Sport VVS. And it's different. You know what I mean? Like, you
It's a
can't mistake
unique
it for
name, yeah.
nobody.
I think with the little sport, like everyone, like there's so many littles out there, right? Like you don't want to get categorized with some of like the shitty ones, right? Like I know there's plenty of terrible little rappers and stuff out there. So what makes you unique then compared to other artists?
I think one is my voice. Like, I feel like you can hear my voice and you know, like, it's like you're not gonna mistake me for nobody. Like, I feel like you're gonna know that that's sport. Like, I've got one of those voices where it's like, you know, that's me. Like, you
Right.
hear me on a song, you know that's him. And then I think another thing is really just like, I dive into a lot of categories. You know what I'm saying? Like, I do a lot of different genres of music. Like, I'll do some rockish stuff. I'll do like some really like slower stuff. I'll do some singing stuff. I'll do some like really rapping stuff. I can do a lot. So I feel like that's another thing, bro, that I stand out from a lot of other artists for real.
Of course. Like when I think I came across Bad Decisions was the first song that I heard. And then I went through, I listened to like Pop and Shit, Budget, Murder, Deep Love, Batman, like all those are probably like all of like my favorite songs. And like I love melodic music like so much. Like your melodic, like just everything about your music is like right up my alley. So I was like, fuck, I gotta reach out to this guy. I gotta like everybody's gotta know about this guy. Like I'm telling people, like, oh, you gotta listen to Sport and shit like that. So that's dope.
Appreciate you,
You
bro.
talked about like the jewelry and stuff, like you like diamonds. How do you feel about the rap culture nowadays? Like flexing, like I know a lot of people get like that's kind of like a dangerous, like the rap culture has kind of got a little bit dangerous with showing that stuff off. But that's like, how do you feel about that?
Honestly, bro, it's like, bro, you gotta understand, like rappers, bro, we work hard just like any other profession. You know what I'm saying? Like we work hard. You understand, rappers, we are our own kind of business. Like we are our own, even though of course we got the labels and stuff involved, like we are our own brand. Like, so we don't have any, you know what I'm saying? Like we are our own brand. So I feel like we got to represent ourselves the same way any of these restaurants do with these big logos, the same way we got to represent ourselves. We have to make a way for ourselves so that when we go places, people can look and want to buy into what we're selling. You know what I'm saying? That brand is everything. Branding is everything. So you understand, we in studios for 12-hour sessions straight. We working literally, that's basically 12-hour shifts in studios. Like we work hard. So I feel like artists who want to go crazy with their jewelry and get all these big chains and get all the stuff they want to get, it's kind of like they deserve to have it. You know what I mean? Because we work hard for our stuff just like anybody else works hard. So it's just like, hey, if you want to flex and you want to show off what, I mean, he worked for that. You know what I'm saying? He spent money. He spent his hard, you know what I'm saying, earned money. So I feel like it's at a great place. Everybody's different. It's a lot of different pieces out there and stuff.
What is Sport like to spend his money on? What's your guilty pleasure?
Bro, I ain't gonna lie, bro. It really be food. And that's sad. And that's sad because literally, like, I'm Panamanian, bro. Like, so my mom and I'm always cooking, bro. But I'm a type of person where it's like, bro, like, I'll be chilling and my mom will cook something and then I'll eat and then she'll cook for like my stepfather, like she'll cook for my dad and for like some people, and then the food gone, but I'm still hungry again. It's like, damn. So I'm going out to buy something to eat.
What do you like to like besides so Panamanian food? Like what else do you like to eat besides that? Like what's your like
Chick-fil-A?
Chick-fil-A. Were you not just drinking something from Chick-fil-A? Was that not a drink from Chick-fil-A? I thought I saw it and I was like, pretty sure that's Chick-fil-A. What do you get? What's your go-to Chick-fil-A order?
Number one meal, no pickles, large, half and half of the drink, Chick-fil-A sauce, and a mac and cheese.
Bro, that's crazy. I kid you not, that's literally my same order I get every single time. No pickles.
Though, bro.
No pickles.
Bro, I'm sorry, bro. There's a lot of people out there who like pickles, but I'm sorry to shit on y'all parade. Pickles are not supposed to be on sandwiches. They are nasty. They're sour as hell. And then it's like, it makes the whole sandwich smell and taste like pickle. That shit's mad annoying.
What about, how do you feel about relish then? Because I kind of fuck with relish.
I don't like relish, but I like when my people's make like potato salad or something, I know there's relish in there, so but you can't really taste it really like. But just relish on like a hot dog or just on like nah, I'm Gucci.
Do you get, when you're working in the studio, do you guys get food to the studio then? Like, do people
we'll get food, like DoorDash, like we'll probably DoorDash something, Uber Eats.
And are you still paying for your studio sessions? Is somebody else paying for it?
Paying for my studio sessions, bro.
How much is a studio session for you? Like, how much does that look like?
depends on how I'm feeling, like what type of session I want to have. Like if I want to have like really just because I haven't recorded in a while and I just want to like just get some stuff down, just have a little fun. I'm in the mood to just have a little fun. You could look at probably like a cool like 250, 275 in my city here. If I'm really on something like, all right, I'm working really hard, I'm locked in right now. Like if I'm working on projects or I'm working on just serious music this period, I'm probably booking like a 7-hour to like could go up to like 10-hour sessions. So you're looking at about like in my city like 400, 450, some shit around there.
That's crazy.
Shit like that.
For studio sessions, like what makes, when you say you're like having fun or trying to serious, like what makes a studio different than, I've been in a couple studios before, but like I'm like not anywhere professional level. What is like a mess around studio session? What is like a professional studio session?
A mess around studio session, I mean, don't get me wrong, I'm always serious, so I'm always going in there trying to make good music, you know what I mean? Like,
of course.
Every time. But I say like, let's say I'm sitting on a whole bunch of unreleased and I haven't really been doing anything, but I've already got the songs that I want to drop, basically kind of like in order from like, okay, I'm gonna drop this one and I'm gonna drop this one. Like, let's say I have it like that, I can and I'm not working on like no projects or nothing, I can chill a little bit, you know what I'm saying? Just make some songs, just, you know what I'm saying? Just kind of just, I'm always focused, but I can just kind of just make chill songs. I can really just take a really long time and just chill and maybe just smoke and just vibe and, you know what I'm saying, play the game or some shit in between songs. Like I can just kind of chill more. When I'm kind of like in a serious session, it's more like I'm not really OD chilling. Like I may not in like I would say in the serious sessions, there's less people in there too. So it's kind of just probably just me and my manager and my engineer, and I'm really just like I'm working like really like super duper locked in, no breaks, nothing.
Do you sit on music too? Like do you like first of all, like do you write? Do you just go in there and just like kind of like whatever comes out, comes out?
I just go in there, whatever comes out. I mean, I do a little bit of both, but really like I just low-key just whatever comes out. But if I'm really in like a mode where I really want to talk about something super duper specific and I kind of just want to stay there and just revolve everything around, I'll probably write. But 90, like probably like 85% of the time, it's really just me just going in there.
Do you, so as an independent artist, like you get to choose whenever you release music. So why, how come you have to like you don't release music as often? Like what does that kind of look like? Is it just like timing, or is it just like, is there things in the work behind the scenes?
That's actually what I want to work on this year. I kind of want to get more consistent with my drops this year, because I felt like before I was a little bit too like rare for where I'm at right now. I feel like I wasn't dropping enough. So really the reason why this year it's been the way it's been is really just because I was dropping music, of course, coming up, like I was dropping music way more often than what I am now. But what ended up happening is like I started realizing what was something that I needed to work on for my whole thing to kind of go up. And music has never been a problem for me. You know what I'm saying? Because I always record. I love making music. Like I love recording. I love being in my house by myself recording sometime. Like I love recording music. So it's just like when I'm chilling, it's just like I was just thinking, I'm like, damn, like I got to work on stuff that's not the music. So that took time for me to really sit down, you know what I mean, with my manager and really sit down and game plan just what we need to do to make every single drop, make every single piece of music just stand out more, and just what I needed to work on to just go more up, if you feel me. Like, because it wasn't the music. The music has always been there. So it was just working on a whole bunch of shit behind the scenes, basically, yeah.
When you're making music, do you have any like weird spurts, like you're like in the shower, like middle of the night, where you're just like shit, like you just get a bar that comes to you and you like write it down? Does that ever happen?
Yeah, definitely have. I would like, there's been a couple of times I'll like come up with a melody randomly in my head and I'll just like use the voice. I think it's called like the voice. I forgot what it's called.
The voice memos on there?
Yeah, the voice memo. I'll use that and save it, like come back to it.
I heard you also have a girlfriend. Is that still going on? How is it retaining a relationship and dealing with like the music industry? What is that like?
It's like, honestly, bro, it's not really hard if you with somebody you want to be with. Like if you with somebody you love, you know what I'm saying? It's not really hard, because it's like, okay, it's two things that I love that are just in the same life. You know what I mean? Like I love music, I love her. So it's just like, it's not really hard for me, because it's like, she understands how much I love what I do. And I mean, it's my job. So it's kind of just like, it's never like she's in the way or never. It's kind of just like when I'm just with her and it's just me and her, and I'm not doing music, I'm with her. When I'm in music, if she happens to be there, she's not like, oh, why are you just so focused on your music and not around me? Like she
That's good.
understands, you know what I'm saying? She
She's
understands. Like,
understanding. That's good. That's probably
so
the
it's not really that
healthiest.
hard, honestly.
This would you ever have her like in a music video or trying to keep her down on the low? Like,
Yeah, I definitely not. That's definitely something I've thought about. I definitely get her in a music video. Like that's probably gonna come for sure. For
have you
sure.
made a song for her at all? Are you that type of
Yeah,
guy?
yeah. I made like, let me see, one, two. I probably made like 2.5 songs about her. And the half song was just because it wasn't primarily about her, but I used a good amount of us in that song, if you get me. Like I used a good amount in there. So I would say like 2.5. But I made 2 whole songs about her type shit. Yeah.
That's cool. I also, this is kind of like off the rails a little bit too, but when you first started making music, I heard that a girl, like some random ass girl, like leaked your shit?
Yeah, bro. Bro, that shit was so crazy. Like it was just some random, like, it was so wild because it was like, first of all, I didn't even know she followed me on Instagram because I used to make my page private. I used to make my pages private because I didn't want nobody to see that I was making music type shit. You feel me? Like,
And this was
so
like before, like, you had like close friends, like private stories and stuff
yeah,
too.
like this was way back in the day, just my couple of close friends that got me into like, that convinced me to make music, just us at the bus stops type shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's real
Right.
low. And I just remember like somebody coming up to me in school and was like, it was my friend. I had a friend, like his name was Hui. He came to me, he was like, bro, like that song like that you made was like fire. And I was like, huh? And I think like it was this girl who I was cool who posted the song like on her story or just posted it and like tagged me. And like everybody knew, I guess a lot of my friends and people who I knew followed her too, maybe. So they were just telling me like, yeah, bro, like I didn't know you made music. I'm just like, wait, whoa.
So it
Like,
kind of spread without you even knowing. Like you got to school the next day and everyone's like, yo, what's up?
yeah, like, and people were DMing me, like I people DMing me, like a couple people from my school, like, bro, you hard, bro, like this was fire, and that shit was so garbage. But
Is that song still out? Is it taken down privately?
that shit, it's so, I don't even have that song, I think, on my computer at all anymore. Like, I don't even think that's on my laptop anymore. Like, I think it's somewhere gone. I don't
She
know.
probably still watches that little snippet to this day.
Oh my god, she does. I don't know what she's listening to, because that's terrible. It's
That's
not good.
actually, that's super funny actually. Was people like starting to come up to you like, I know that you're kind of like, you fuck with who you fuck with, like you got your inner circle. When that kind of started happening, did more people kind of be like, oh, like what's up, sport, like you trying to hang, like when people kind of like notice that you're trying to starting to take off?
Yeah, bro. Like, it was super weird though. Like, cause it's crazy. Cause I'm like, I'm nowhere even where I want to be at. Like, in my head, I'm still really not shit for real. But I understand that I've got a little bit of something. So of course, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, bro, it was just a little like weird because I don't know. It was weird, and I felt disrespected at the same time, bro. Cause it's like, how dare, like, cause some of them used to go super duper obvious that they just didn't fuck with my music, that they didn't really care about me doing music. Like, they were super obvious with it. And then they were the ones that kind of went the hardest with like trying to be like, oh yeah, bro, I knew you was gonna do this, bro. Like, I always knew you was crazy fire. Like, bro, like we got a link. Oh, and then, oh, bro, we got to do a song. They don't even do music, bro. Like, what are you talking about?
It's weird that happens. I get that. Like I started my YouTube channel like maybe 3 months ago or whatever, and like nobody gives a shit about the channel. Like people here, but then
Bro.
I've had like once you start like doing well, like people start reaching out from like random ass places that you don't even know. You're like, oh shit,
Bro,
like
people from high school who you thought you would never talk to again, bro, are gonna come out the cut. Just like, yo, remember me from Miss Scheffenberger's class, bro? We were in 8th grade together. Like, what the fuck? Like, how did you find me, bro?
do you have people reaching out to you like when that started happening, like when stuff like maybe like a year later, were you having, did everyone in your city take notice first, or was it like spread out and then your city started taking notice?
Hell no, it was definitely spread, bro. You're gonna always like, of course, there are people who get love in their city first, but it's way more often that you get people who get love other places, then the city starts fucking with them. Then, you know what I'm saying? It's one of them things where it just depends. Like,
People
I
want to
feel
be a
like,
part of it, right?
yeah, like I feel like my dog's going crazy right now. Nah, but it's one of them things where it's just like, with me in my situation, it was a lot of people from other places that were fucking with me. And then once people from like around me started seeing it, around here started seeing it, they was believers now. Like, okay, other people fucked with it, so we gonna fuck with it. Like that type
Right.
of shit.
What does that feel like for you? Like complete strangers, like random ass kids, whatever, reaching out to you, be like, yo, bro, like your music fire. Like, what is that as a human, as an artist? How does that make you feel?
man, it feels crazy. Like that's the type of stuff that be keeping me going, honestly, bro. Because music is just like any other thing. It could get real depressing, and it could get real like you could get real down on yourself. And I'll do it, like you know what I'm saying. I do it sometimes, like damn, bro, like what if this shit's not working? Like what if I'm just doing this shit for nothing? Like, and then you'll have a random person who will just DM you like, bro, like you're my favorite artist, like that I listen to, man. And it'll just give you that little like, damn, you know what I mean? Like it's really people who really just fuck with me because they just heard music. Like that's really cool. So it's definitely fire.
Have you had anybody like do some crazy shit yet at all? Like random DM or like have you done any shows? Have you had any like situations how you're like, yo, what the fuck?
Nah, I ain't do no shows yet. I'm about to do my first one actually this month in Atlanta. Coming out like probably like the end of this month. It's gonna be like I'm gonna have a show in Atlanta, but like I think the craziest thing I probably had happen, like I was at a game, I was at like this game in this other county, like that's in my state. And like it was like this like girl who like she seen me and then she was just like, hey, you look familiar. So at first I'm like, probably, you know what I'm saying? I probably thought I've maybe seen her on Instagram or something. And then she was just like, no, she was like, don't you have that one song where it goes like, and I was listening to like her mum it and like hum it and say certain things. I'm like, and she went on her phone. She was like, wait a minute. Boom, looked. And then she was like, ain't this you? And she turned around and she was playing like Tekken, like an old song that I had called Tekken. And she was playing it. And then I was just like, whoa. And she was like, let me get a picture. So when you blow up, I can like say that I like knew you. Like, I was like, damn. I was like, that was fire. Like, that was crazy.
Are you able, I know that you said you ain't shit. I think you're like, just the way that you talk, like you emulate yourself like very well. You speak like a professional. You're obviously very intelligent. Do you, when you're walking down the street, do you have people like come up to you at all? Like are you at that level? Because you said you're not shit yet. To me, I think you're doing great. Like you're going to be a star. But do you have people coming up to you and be like, yo, like what the fuck, your sport? Like, does that happen at all yet?
Not really like in my city for real, because everybody here just knew me even before I was doing music, because a lot of people, you know what I mean? Like I just know a lot of people. So people had already like seen me and knew me and everything like that. But in my city, really like, no, not really. Like, I mean, I've had a few instances where like I've had maybe a couple people that tell me like, hey, like, I didn't know you rap now. Like I seen you on Instagram type shit. You know what I mean? But not really like no super duper like, oh my God, like fanned out type shit. At least not here.
Would that weird you out though? Cause like if someone came up to you, like I know like some artists are like, get the fucking phone out of my face right now. Like how would you react to that when you get to that point?
Like, I mean, really, like I'm just a person who's just big on like, bro, like, I mean, at one point I was one of the people that would do that to other artists and other people too. Like I would, oh snap, like, you know what I'm saying? But it's just a thing of like, just respect, you know what I mean? Like at the end of the day, like everybody's human. Like even these celebrities that we see, like they're human. So don't think just because they're maybe a more known person or, you know what I'm saying, whoever they are in life, don't think that they deserve any less respect, where it's just okay to just shove a phone in their face and just like, hey.
Nobody likes that, like unwelcome, you know?
You know what I mean? It's just like, of course, everybody's going to appreciate their fans and love to take pictures and everything, but just do it in a respectful way. You got some people who are really like, very like demanding kind of with it, like almost like you have no choice. So it's just like, whoa, like,
that's chill. Weird. That's weird. That makes it like, bro, like chill out for just a second. Shows wise, Rolling Loud, Lyrical Lemonade Festival, those types of festivals going on. Do you have anything in the works for those? Are you going to be at least at those? Are you going to be doing anything with them?
I'm gonna definitely be at Rolling Loud, because my boy Fago, he's performing out there. There's gonna be a movie. I got a couple people who I know, a couple artists and everything who I know are gonna be out there too, and some that are performing that I'm cool with, that I'm gonna go there for. Lyrical Lemonade one, I'm gonna try. Can't promise, but I know for sure Rolling Loud.
Miami or California or both?
Miami. I know Miami right now, but if Cali comes apart, then probably Cali too. But Miami for sure.
What does it take as an artist? Because I saw there's a lot of like lower tier artists on there that I went and looked at, and like I was like, I don't even know who this person is, but they make good music. Do you have to like reach out to them? How does that kind of work? Like, would you even want to be performing at those types of shows yet?
I mean, yeah, for sure. I mean, at this stage in my career, you know what I'm saying? Like, all exposure is good exposure, you know what I'm saying? I'm not saying that to just go out here and just do a whole bunch of knucklehead shit, but I'm saying, you know what I'm saying? Like, the more people can see your face, bro, even if nobody really moved, just the fact that you are on a platform where there's just more people that can literally just are there is big for you. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Of course.
it's one of them things where it's just like, of course, at the time presented and they wanted me to be out there and I had that opportunity, I'm taking it, like, without a doubt. Same thing with the concert. I mean, with the show that I have in Atlanta, like, that was something where it was just like, hey, you want to do it? I'm like, yeah, like,
Of course.
go.
As soon as I go to school out in California, so I'm headed out there September. As soon as you have a West Coast show, just know I'm there.
Oh
Easily.
yeah, we're litty.
Of course,
we're litty.
I'm bringing the homies too, because I've been putting people on, bro. I've been putting people on.
We're litty, and I got you free. You getting free.
That's the. I'll be sure to DM you again. Platforms you're talking about it. Other types of platforms. TikTok. Are you on any of those platforms? Instagram Reels.
Yeah, I'm on, bro. I need to do an Instagram reel. My friend kept telling me I need to do an Instagram reel, and I'm gonna do it. I do have a TikTok. I haven't posted anything on there. I think I posted like one video, but I'm definitely gonna start getting more like using it more because, bro, I mean, like, look what it's doing. Like, TikTok going crazy.
It's crazy, bro. Like, even just promoting, like, I'll just make some stupid shit, or like I'll like make like a stupid like lip sync to like an underrated song, and I'll get like 6,000-7,000 views, and like my follower count has like gone up. So it's crazy. Like, and your deep love monologue, that's like, you can do whatever you want to do, bro. Like, just put your mind to it. Like, every time I hear that, I'm just like, fuck, bro. Like, I'm like, fuck, who cares? Because I think people get clowned for trying nowadays, and that is the stupidest thing ever.
Yeah, nah, it's lame. Super lame. Stupid. Like, I don't understand. Like, what do you want me to do? Just not try? Like, do you want me to just sit here and just be nothing? Like,
Yep,
I don't understand
exactly.
why it's laughable. Like, it's even a thing to laugh at somebody who's trying to chase their dream, but I don't understand it. Like, it's so stupid.
It's where there's so many people that just hate, but the haters, that brings engagement. So that's good for us in the long run too.
Definitely does.
When you are sitting doing nothing, like, what do you like to do when you have your off day? Like, you play video games, hang out with your girl. Like, what is an ideal off day for sport?
Probably chill with my girl, probably smoke, just relax, just kind of just chilling, watching movies. I'm a homebody, bro. I really don't even like being all 100. Like, I like traveling though, for sure, but I'm saying, like, I'm really one of the people where it's just like, when I'm home, I could just like, I was just like chilling, relax, and just kind of just watching the basketball game or something. Like, that's the type of person that I am. Like, I really,
of course,
chill.
as a basketball fan, NBA, what's going on? Like, who you got for the finals? Are you mad about are you a Laker fan? Like, what's good?
Fuck no. First of all, I don't. When it comes to basketball, I'm not gonna lie. LeBron is like a rival. I don't really fuck with LeBron. But I do respect. I respect his greatness, though. I respect him. He is the best basketball player on the planet right now. So it's just like, I respect him because I'm a big sport person. So I'm not gonna sit here and be biased and just act like he's not the greatest right now.
It's just the way he is just annoying.
But it's just the way. But I mean, right now that the Lakers are out of it, because I don't condone gambling, guys, but I actually bet money on the Suns to beat the Lakers, and I won money.
That's
so
dope.
I had the Suns beating the Lakers. The way Devin Booker and that team is playing, if they continue to play like that, I see them in the finals for sure. They got a crazy high power offense, and they do play some defense. I got Suns and Nets in the finals, and I've got the Nets probably winning, but that being a really good series. So I got Suns and Nets in finals.
I follow basketball. I got a couple friends that like are super into basketball, and they're like, oh, like this, and then I'll just say some out of pocket shit because I don't know what the fuck is going on half the time anyway. So it's ridiculous. And from Maryland, I know Maryland has a really good college basketball team.
Yeah.
Did you ever go to some of those NCAA tournament games at all?
Yeah, I went to like one. Like, I went to like one, like in 2000. What was that? Damn, 2008. One of those years. I can't remember which one. But I definitely went like one of those years when I was like little. But I want to go against another one more recent, like when they play again. I would have went to the last one, but I think it was so weird with COVID and shit.
Yeah, it was like friends and family, like only. Do you have any friends that play professionally at all, or kind of like on their way?
I got a lot of friends that are like in college that play like basketball, that play football. I know some guys who went even for lacrosse. I've got one guy who I actually knew who went to my, because I went to two different high schools. My second high school that I went to and graduated from, it's a guy who I actually know who actually plays overseas. I think his name's Daniel. He plays overseas soccer. Like
That's
he's
dope.
he's actually a professional. Like,
Overseas soccer is like way better than like even within it. That's huge if he's playing
bro,
overseas.
like out there, bro. And I think he's in Spain.
That's crazy. And probably in like one of those like I don't know, like I think it's like La Liga or like whatever.
Because at the time when he went, I think he wasn't even 18. He was like 17.
Oh, he's playing in like the U17 leagues. That's crazy.
Yeah, type shit, bro.
Because they scout kids when they're like, I think one kid got like scouted when he was like 7 for like a major league like soccer team over there.
Bro, and like that's the thing, bro. It's like I really feel like overseas sports period just needs to be more light on it because it's like, bro, like we seen what LaMelo Ball did when he went overseas and like how good that got him. Like, look at all the players that come from overseas, bro. These players are so crazily developed, so young. Like Luka Doncic, he's been playing with grown men overseas in another, you know what I'm saying, in like Real Madrid since he was like 13 years old. So when he got to the league, like look how good he is. Like it's crazy.
It's great. So you follow basketball? Do you follow like football as well?
Yeah, for sure.
Are you
Go Patriots?
Oh God, I'm wearing a Raiders hoodie. I'm a Raiders fan, so I will forever hate
Raiders
the Patriots. Fan. I respect Tom Brady though. Like I used to hate him,
to ever touch a football, bro. He's the greatest player to ever touch a football.
He's probably, I would agree with that statement, is the greatest
bro,
player.
7 Super Bowls, bro. Like, do you know how crazy that is, bro?
Switch teams, took that
Switch
team to
Super teams,
Bowl,
get them a ring, bro.
Come on,
Nah,
there's no comparison to it.
Like, bro's different, bro. He's crazy. Different.
Do you have any? Oh, fuck, what was I gonna ask? Something came to mind. Totally forgot. Oh, crib wise, living in your own house, doing your own thing.
I'm actually like with my mom, but it's so crazy because I have like a whole separate like a house that we actually built in the back of the house. So it's like my own separate thing. Like I got my own basically like a damn near apartment. And I just be back here, bro, just bulling. Got my studio shit, my room, everything, like just be bulling.
That's
but I plan on moving soon though, like actually like just full-fledged, just own.
Up in Maryland, or are you gonna be moving out?
Obviously, I don't really know what the future holds too much. I can obviously see myself moving to another crib in like Maryland first. But I mean, the way music is going right now, it could end up being something where I get a crib somewhere else right now.
Right. For Maryland, like growing up in Maryland, like what is the difference between, I've been to the East Coast like a couple times. I used to live in North Carolina when I was like a kid. What is like the biggest difference between like East Coast and like West Coast, since you've been to both and you've been in those places?
West Coast is definitely a lot hotter, for sure. For one, I would think like the people, kind of like the energy, like kind of just how people move is different from the East Coast and the West Coast. Like when I've been to the West Coast, it seems like people are a lot more like, I would say like looser and like more just kind of just like open to like a lot of different shit. Where the East Coast kind of just like, it's really just a lot of places move more on like, I'm with who I know and I'm going to only be around people I know. I'm not, you know what I'm saying? A lot of people are not with all the looseness. Like I don't want to say a lot of people in the East Coast aren't friendly, because there's a lot of nice friendly people. But I'm saying if I had to like just based off of what I see, definitely a little bit more friendlier, more open and loose on the West side, where as the East side is basically kind of more like moving with who you know and kind of stuff like that. You know what I mean?
Right. Was growing up like I grew up in Idaho. Like I'm a Hispanic, like white kid from the suburbs. Like I don't know anything about like what like kind of that like looks like over there. Did you have a like kind of like a rough childhood growing up? Like were you always moving around? Like did you guys always have like safe place to live? Like what was that like?
Right before I was born, like my mom, she was with my real dad, and like I had my brothers and sisters, my older brothers and sisters. I wasn't born yet, but my dad, obviously they're not his kids, but of course he was with my mom and she had kids. But right before I was born, they had it like super duper bad. Like I'm talking about, they were sleeping in cars, sleeping in hotel hallways. Like it was a lot of shit. When I was born, really, I was actually born when it was starting to get better. Like it still was kind of like rough. Like we had times where we was about to get kicked out. It was like an apartment, shit like that, where my mom didn't have no money to pay the rent. Mm-hmm. We were basically kind of went through a situation where we were staying with somebody else. We really wasn't like, we didn't have nowhere to like stay for like a little bit of time, like type of situation. But it was kind of just, I always had a roof over my head, I would say, you know what I'm saying? I always had a roof over my head and stuff. My mom, she did everything she had to do as a single mom to take care of shit. You know what I mean? So
does that motivate you like as an artist then? Like knowing what your mom went through, does that like motivate you even more to kind of do well for her and give back?
Yeah, for sure. Like that's kind of like my biggest thing is just like me not wanting to see my mom ever have to worry about like, oh, how am I gonna do this? Oh, having to pay this. Oh, like, you know what I mean? Like I'm just trying to make her be carefree. Like that's why I tell her that all the time. Like I'm trying to do it so that you don't have to worry about nothing. I can just pay off house. You can just live. You don't have to worry about no responsibilities no more. You know what I mean?
Right. So music lyric wise, like that kind of like hardship, like I don't see that a lot in your music. Like what made you decide to kind of talk about that, like really like I don't know, like you get a little bit of mention, a little bit of drugs, like you mentioned, like having like good times.
Mm-hmm.
Like what like kind of made you decide to go that route instead of like that kind of like more about like storytelling rap, I guess?
Like I'll do it in songs, and I'll like obviously like I have certain songs where like I'll put it in there, and I'll like throw little things about like stuff that I've been through, and I'll like put it in there just to give like a quick little like
quick one too.
Like you know what I'm saying, just like give it like a quick little moment for you to listen to it and just be like, oh snap, like I didn't know, like, but really just I mean, because I never was a person who really dwelled on like me being in a bad situation too much or being in a fucked up position. Like I've never been the type of person that really like dwelled on stuff too long. Like I'm really the type of person where it's like, okay, I see it. Okay, I see my mom is not doing well right now. I see we're in a bad situation, but we're gonna be good. Like that was always like, but we're gonna be all right. Like it's gonna be straight. Like it's gonna be good. Like that's the type of person I was. So kind of just with my songs, I kind of just I'll give you like a quick little like, yeah, I had this go on and this went through, but now I'm doing this and that, and this and that. So I'm not worried about it. You know what I mean? Like
Exactly. Kind of like more that like kind of feel good, like everything's gonna be okay because like we rock now.
But don't get me wrong, obviously I'm gonna have some songs where it's just gonna be like a lot of just strict hardship. Like that's probably what my next project is gonna be talking about. Kind of like some of the things that I went through and just sitting down and really sitting on what I'm trying to talk about. But for the most part, I mean, yeah, I really just be uplifting type shit.
All right, Sportvvs, my bro. I know you're a busy man. Again, I appreciate you taking time out of your day to talk about what you got going on, a little bit about you. West Coast, please come out. Definitely bring the gang. Come to your shows. I know they're always gonna be crazy. And then
Of course.